Welcome, 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 welcome. I am still trying to get this together, so please bear with me if you're already in here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Let's see how we can get this together. There we go. So you can see the tape. All right. One of these needs to come off. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me see. No. Yeah, I can't do it from there. Um, while we're doing this, while we're still setting up, give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Welcome, 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 welcome. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome. Let's go ahead and do this. It's amazing how people can pop in and out there and don't want to say anything. Oh, wait. Hold on, Amy, for now. Wait, go back. Hold on, y'all. I'm still trying to get it. TikTok is giving me problems. Hold on. Can I put it this way? Am I able to put this way? No, I am not. But now I want to change the landscape. I don't like that AI button that's in the way. Hold on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is not working the way I want it to. Give me a moment. I know we're wasting time. This is not going to work. Mm. God is good. Welcome in. I am technically still setting up because my StreamYard kicked me out of TikTok. So I'm kind of starting over. But welcome in. Peace, Worthy. Can you hear me? What the heck? Peace, Worthy. I'm coming on here because I'm doing a little bit of work. Um, I am allowing my people to come up and talk, but I'm going to be doing some sewing tonight because I have some orders that I have to get done. Why these? I am getting a bunch of Africans inviting me to go live with them. What the heck? That's crazy. Is that done, Dada? I declined it and he asked me again. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like insane. But yes, I am going to be working on some orders today. Peace, peace, peace to everyone that's coming in. Peace, peace, peace if you're coming in. I know I haven't been live in a long time. But I am working on some key fobs. I was supposed to be sewing my new handbag, but my hardware did not come in. So I did not want to not go live. So I decided to just do the key fobs. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to peace, 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 Dallas. I'm actually just working on some sewing. I'm not going live about no American Indian business today. I've got to do some sewing, get some sewing done. So I'm live on YouTube, Facebook, as well as TikTok. Peace, peace, peace. And anybody is welcome to come in and come up on the panel as long as we're keeping it PG because I am streaming to Facebook and YouTube and it will be uploaded underneath my business. So we have to keep it PG tonight. I can imagine from TikTok, there's going to be a bunch of people running in and out, trying to figure out why I'm going live because I haven't been live in a long time. But it's okay. It's not American Indian business today. Sorry. We are working on key fobs and key fobs only today. I need to look up my I know it's been a minute since I've been live, so I'm getting a whole bunch of bots and unwanted accounts. It's okay. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome in, everyone. Normally, I would be going live with music. However, because I am using all my devices to go live, I will not be able to play any music. So it's going to be quiet, pretty much, other than me talking. Okay. Welcome in if you're on YouTube. I can see your comments. If you are on TikTok, I can see your comments. But if you're on Facebook, I cannot see your comments still. I'm not sure what the issue is, but it still does not allow me to see your comments. Instagram, everybody has to, from Instagram, come to one of these other platforms because for some reason it keeps disconnecting Instagram. As I stated, right now, I'm just simply um, working on some key fobs. Hopefully on Thursday, I will be working on my second handbag, which I did not do on TikTok. However, you can go to my YouTube and see the video because I do stream to YouTube every time. Welcome in if you're new. Welcome in if you're returning. Peace, peace, niece. I'm just working on. I'm just working on some key fobs. I was like, every time I do my business, I don't never do it on TikTok. So I just decided to come on TikTok and do it. You can come up though if you would like. You can come up. My American Indian community can come up, but I'm just working on some business. We just got to keep it PG because this is being streamed to multiple platforms. So we got to keep it PG today. So I'm just doing a little bit sewing because y'all don't never get to see me sew. I'm always just sewing on YouTube and Facebook. So I decided today I would come live on TikTok as well. Because a couple of people ask me why I don't ever do it on TikTok. So that's all. And normally I have music, but I'm using all my devices today. Okay. No worries. No worries. So I sew with an industrial sewing machine. It's a Juki TL20Q. It is a semi-industrial machine, so it is a high power machine that I would not recommend for any beginners. This is really a machine more so for someone who is experienced or maybe advanced beginners, what they deem to be advanced beginners, because it's such a high powered machine. So right now I'm just cutting out my key fobs. I was actually supposed to launch my second bag today. However, that hardware that I purchased did not come. So I'm not able to complete that bag. So I said I'm not going to start it. So hopefully by Thursday, I'll have the hardware to finish that bag. I've already finished the first bag, but there's hardware that's still waiting for that bag as well. Because a good old post office. C3, if you're able to, can you share the live out? Like I said, the American Indian community can come up. We just have to keep it PG. Right now, I'm just drawing out my cut lines for my key fob. That's all. I don't know why I'm getting all these bots. asking me to come join their lives. I don't understand. I know it's been a long time since I've been live, but it's frustrating. Again, if you're on YouTube, Facebook, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome in. If this is your first time, welcome in. So for those of y'all who don't know, I've actually been sewing for 51 years now. I've literally been sewing for 51 years. I started out hand sewing, and then I learned how to use a sewing machine. I started hand sewing at 5, actually, and I started using a sewing machine at the age of 8. Oops. Um, I have occasionally taken small breaks, but I used to actually own a boutique. That boutique, I actually designed all my own clothes that I sold. It wasn't a boutique where I was selling manufacturer clothes. I was literally making clothes. It started off with me making casual clothes, but it quickly turned to me making clothes for people in the church because they started seeing the clothes that I was making for work and for myself personally. And so it turned into a business that way. And I ran that business for several years. And I pretty much shut that business down. Actually, I started doing it out of my own home, and then I shut it down when I moved to Chicago. Just simply because I didn't have the same client base as I had when I was in Delaware. So I kind of took a break from it. And I took a small break from it in Utah as well. And I decided to get back into it. I got some exciting news coming too in about a month for the American Indian community. I can't wait to share that news. Peace, O, peace, O. I'm just on here doing a little bit of work. You're more than welcome to come up. We can talk American Indian business. We just have to keep it a little PG because I am streaming from other platforms. Oh my God, I got some real exciting news, C3. I'm so happy. Like, yeah, I can't wait to share it with y'all. I got to wait a little longer before I can share it, but I got some news for the community. But yes, the American Indian community is more than welcome to come up. We can come up, we can bust it up. We just got to keep a little PG. That's all. But again, like I said, I've been sewing literally now for 51 years. And like I said, I had my own boutique that was very successful. I tried to find some old clips of me on TV, but I guess Google didn't think I was important enough to keep those clips up. So I couldn't find the old clips so you could see the clothes that I used to make. Y'all seen that one outfit, but I used to have way more. I still make way more stuff than that. But I wanted to show y'all some of the stuff. But yeah, I couldn't find it on Google because I was on the news and in my stuff that I used to make. But I couldn't find that clip no more. They don't like me enough to keep it. But yep, that's what's going on today. I'm just working, doing a little bit of working. Yep, a little bit of working. Yeah, if you can share the live out. It's just I keep having people asking me why I don't go live on TikTok. That I'm always just live on YouTube and Facebook. And that's mainly because I never really wanted this messed up, this part of my life messed up. So that's why I never really did it. But we chilling today. So I have 3 style handbags that are releasing. Like I said, I'm just waiting on the hardware that is technically here. I broke my neck looking for it, and then that's when I realized, oh, we didn't go pick it up. So, but there's another hardware that I'm waiting on that has not been delivered yet. So that's what we're doing. We had to pivot. So I did not want to go live just because double this up because I didn't have my hardware because I was already scheduled to go live yesterday. And I postponed it to today because yesterday we ended up having unexpected maintenance that the owners did not tell us about. So I had to postpone it from yesterday. Oh no, I gotta check YouTube. Okay. Welcome in. I don't know if you're from YouTube or Facebook, but welcome in. I can only see Facebook comments. I cannot, excuse me, YouTube comments. I cannot see Facebook comments. And I am still working on my academy for those who want to learn how to sew. I am still working on that as well, putting together all of that. I just didn't do this. Teach you how to sew. This is an easy project to learn, to start off with. Can y'all believe Dallas came in here? He left now, but he came in. He was one of the first ones in here. Can y'all believe that? Oops. Should have changed my blade. And my blade looks a little dull. Peace, Sam. Peace, Sam. I'm just sewing today. Peace, K-Real. I know y'all shocked to see me live, though. I know y'all like, what the heck is going on? I am actually just sewing. Peace, Elder. I'm just sewing today. I only came to TikTok because people always ask me why I don't never go live on TikTok when I'm sewing. So I decided to do it today. I was supposed to release my handbag, work on my handbag, but my hardware did not show up. So therefore, I gotta wait until maybe Thursday. But I'm just working on some key fobs right now so that I can still get my live out in the algorithm on YouTube. But I'm just sewing. So for y'all that don't know, I literally been sewing for 51 years this year. Literally 51 years. So I'm just working on this. And and y'all are more than welcome to come up, the American Indian community. However, we got to keep it PG because I am streaming to other platforms. I'm streaming to YouTube as well as Facebook. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Those that's on YouTube and Facebook. So yeah. Oh, hold on. I got to grab mine. Hold on. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting out. I use 100% quilter's cotton for my key fobs, and I also interface. Interface is what gives any garment some stiffness to make it a little bit more stiffer. Welcome in those on YouTube. Welcome in the ones that's on, hold on, Facebook. Welcome in. I know it's making, oh shoot, I didn't realize y'all wasn't in the camera. It moved y'all out of camera. And I'm using interfacing. Interfacing is what makes your garments a little bit thicker. Again, I'm also working on Peace Felonious. I'm also working on a sewing academy that can teach for those that want to learn how to sew. You need to know about materials, findings, which is things like thread and needles and things of that nature. So I will be offering some courses on learning how to sew, the basics of sewing. Because it's something that I feel like we should get back into. We've gotten away from sewing. There was a time I didn't buy anything out of the store. I made everything that I put on my body and my children's. So that's what I'm doing today. Typically, I go live on YouTube every Monday, but I just decided to add TikTok to the game. So what I'm doing, yeah, I literally, my grandmother forced me, and it's so interesting because I always said I never understood. I'm the great granddaughter, and I never understood why I was the only grandchild of hers that gravitated to it. My family still talks about that today, to this day. I'm literally the only person in my family that sews, literally to this day. Um, and like I said, I'm the great granddaughter. I'm not even the granddaughter, I'm the great. But she forced me into learning how to sew when I was 5. I started off hand sewing, as you know, many people did. And then she taught me how to use a machine when I got a little bit older. And I also took sewing in junior high and high school. So I had advanced sewing as well. So I kept sewing until I opened up my own business. So I've literally been doing this my whole life, 51 years. I also was sharing, like, I use a Juki semi-industrial machine, not industrial. I can use an industrial, but because I live in the islands, an industrial machine is too much. So I brought a semi-industrial machine. It's a high power sewing machine. It's a Juki TL 2010Q. So for beginners, that's not what you want to start with. You would want to start with a heavy duty, either brother or singer is a good place to start for anybody who's starting out and never used a sewing machine before. So I'm just cutting out some strips so that I can get to sewing. Also, for those that don't know, like, there's even different scissors. You have scissors that are specifically for fabric, and then there are scissors for paper, and also even your interfacing. I don't even use the same scissors for my fabric that I use for my interfacing, because you can dull your it will dull your scissors. So I never ever cross over those scissors, which technically they're called shears. Even down to your rotary cutter. This is a rotary cutter. Even down to your rotary cutter, you do not want to use the same rotary cutter for paper that you would for your fabric. So this one I will kind of cut out by hand. But these scissors I only use for my interfacings and my stabilizers. Ooh, not hot. And also, depending on what type of machine you're using, it will also depend on what type of thread you will use, which also type of material you use would determine what type of thread that you're using. So those are the things that I'm going to show you how to use, because I know it's a lot. So that will be a beginning course. Like I said, anyone's welcome to come up. We're just going to keep it PG tonight. Welcome, welcome on Facebook and YouTube. Even down to that pen that you see me using. This pen here is a pen for fabric. It is not a regular writing pen. It's a pen specifically for fabric and fabric only. You do not want to use that to write on paper. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. All right, and then we're also going to be using some hardware. The pack that I brought was supposed to have antique brass, silver, and gold, but they forgot the gold somehow. Don't ask me how. Oh, and gunmetal. I think I'm just going to use silver. So in order to make key fob, you need closures, and I'll show you in a minute. You need your key fob press. This is a key fob press, and this is your key fob. And what you would do is you put your key fob down in here and press it after we sew it up, and I'll show you that. If you're still on here, I'll show you that. Also, you can use glue. I don't need to use glue. However, I'm going to use my name tag that I did embroider. I brought her my own name tags for things like this. I make my own embroidery tags. I don't make anything without branding my own products. Here's my embroidery tag. It's Camellia Halt. It may be backwards for you, but I just have to zap off the ends because I did just embroider these. So this is a zapper. It actually breaks the ends. You never want to touch this because it will burn you. And I'm just going to go ahead and, how did that flash? I am going to go ahead and just trim it up. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. I'm just trimming this down some. And all you have to do is just take this and tap onto the threads, and it will actually burn it off. To clean up your threads. Some of them I will cut. Welcome. To YouTube can see better. I'm not used to using my phone as I'm not used to using my iPad. So I'm still trying to figure out this setup for for TikTok. Because unfortunately TikTok is not integrated into StreamYard, which is what I use. Also, I like to use what we call pinking shears. These are shears that I know y'all probably remember when you would have the little scissors back when you was children, little paper scissors that cut the zigzag. That keeps it from fraying. That's called pinking shears. That actually keeps your garments as well as your papers from fraying. Hold on, let me just get a little hotter. There we go. And you definitely do not want to touch this pin. No matter what, you do not want to touch this pin. Because it definitely will burn your fingers. All right. All right. So, and because I have limited space for now, what I do, I had to resort into a wool pad for my ironing. So I'll show you what I'm doing. All right, so I cut my key fobs in 4 by 12 and a half. Typically, you want to do 4 by 12 if you are using 1-inch hardware. And the reason why you want to cut it 4 inches in width is because by the time you fold it down, it will come out to be 1 inch. All right, I'm just removing the key ring from it. So you just want to iron it. And what you want to do is, it done turned back off on its own. Hold on. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, y'all. Welcome. Can y'all hear me good on TikTok? Can y'all hear me well? Okay, come on. It's a brand new iron. It doesn't want to get hot. I don't know who these people are. Come on, y'all. Oh, I see the problem. This whole time I thought this was plugged up properly. It was in one prong and not both prongs. Y'all can hear me? Okay, good. Can y'all hear me on YouTube and Facebook? Can y'all hear me well? My microphone is connected to YouTube and Facebook. My microphone is not connected to TikTok. Okay. All right. So what we want to do is, and I know it's a little hard for y'all to see, we want to take your 4 by 12 inch and you want to fold it in half and iron it. Because we're going to make a 1-inch strip. And hopefully by Thursday, we'll be working on my new purse that's going to be released. Oh, and when I was telling y'all, I said this pin is only for fabric because it is a heat erase pin. So whenever you add any heat to it, any lines you have on, any markings you have on will come off when you add heat. All right, so now that we fold it in half, we're now going to fold this into the center. You're going to fold each end into the center and iron it. Hold on. All right. I'm going to cut them down my strips, so I forgot about that. And then what you're going to do is take this strip and you're going to fold that in. But before I do that, I need to add I forgot to add my, give me a second. I skipped ahead. When I'm by myself working, I don't forget nothing. But first, you want to add your interfacing. I'll add that to that one. You want to add your facing. And on interfacing has glue. I like to heat up the fabric a little bit. And one side has glue and one side with glue with bubbles, and the other side is just flat. And you want to add the glue down to what we call the wrong side of the fabric. So this is the right side of fabric, which is what considered to be the pretty side. The wrong side of fabric looks a little bit more white or opaque. So you want to put your interfacing down to the side that is the wrong side of the fabric. Peace, 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 brother. I'm just working today, but any American Indians can come up. I'm just working on my business, but anybody can come up. We just got to keep it a little bit PG today. Hold on, let me get some fabric. Put down. So I'm just working on some sewing. All right, C3, no worries. So I'm just doing a little bit sewing because a few people from the community have DM me like, why you don't know if to go live over here and so. But it's mainly because StreamYard has not integrate TikTok. So it makes it hard for me to go live while I'm sewing because I go live through StreamYard. Thank you, little bro. I got some news for the community that I'm going to share soon. I cannot wait to share with y'all. I think at everybody, Los is going to enjoy the news the most. All right. Again, we're going to take and fold this in half. After we got our interfacing on, we're going to fold it in half. And we're going to open it up. And remember, we're going to fold each end into the middle to make a 1-inch strip. All right. And again, we're going to fold this on each other. We're going to fold it to make that 1 inch. This wool pad is slipping, sliding. How's everyone doing today? I know y'all seeing something different this time. We got to show something other than arguing on TikTok with these natives and Africans. It's more to all of us than arguing with these natives and Africans. And this is hot. So whatever you want to do, you never want to put this on your interfacing or stabilizer because it will activate your stabilizer and your interfacing, whichever one you choose to use. Yeah, it's like we got to show more than just that. It's more to us than that. So that's one reason why I hadn't really been going live on here, but I kept getting people asking me why don't I do it. They see me live on YouTube, but they don't see me live over here. Sorry, I'm moving my sewing machine over. I'm trying to bring it where y'all can see it. Okay, yeah, you can come up and do any craft. I don't care. You can come up and craft. You can come up and chit chat. We just got, like I said, keep it a little bit PG because I am streaming to other platforms. So I have to keep it PG so that I don't get flagged on the other platforms. All right, like I said, this isn't a semi-industrial machine. And so they thread a little bit different. I'm not going to go over that with y'all, especially for those who don't know how to use a domestic machine because it will confuse you. This is a lot different. Okay. Few for now. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to stitch down both ends to seal it in. We're going to stitch down both ends, but I'm going to go ahead and thread it up. Like I said, this is a semi-industrial machine. It's just right under industrial. It really is the same as an industrial machine. It's just an industrial machine. You can't move it. An industrial machine is built into a table. So it's meant to be permanently still. It's meant for you to keep it in one place. Whereas a semi-industrial, I can carry this like I can carry a domestic machine. It is heavier than a domestic machine, but I can carry it different places like a domestic machine. It just weighs more. I think this weighs like 30 pounds, whereas a domestic machine, they typically weigh about 8 pounds. They're a lot lighter, but they also don't sew heavy materials like denim and leather and things of that nature. Thread is twisted. Let's redo that. Peace, 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 everyone. Welcome in, everyone. Also, I'm going to be getting back to probably some of my own clothes. I said I was going to get back to some of my own clothes too. Peace, peace, peace. Also, you need to know about your different feet. Let's see. Let me see if I can make it a little bit better. Is that better? That is a little bit. Y'all can see that better now, right? May fall from the vibration. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Hold on, my foot's too far over. Give me this. It's stuck. Hold on, y'all. I didn't realize it was stuck. I had the hardest time trying to get this set up so I can go live on TikTok. Usually with YouTube and Facebook, it's easy. I have that set up down pat. This setup gave me problems. Peace, Dark Mother. Peace, peace, peace. No, I don't upholster furniture. However, um, I know how to, I am a seamstress as well. So when it comes to sewing, you have designers, which are us who can actually create something from scratch and then turn it into something. So I can take and create my own pattern. I can draw out my own pattern for a dress and sew it up in any size. Then you have what you call tailors and seamstress. These are men and women who can hem your pants, who can take your pants in, who can hem a dress, who can alter a wedding gown. We're those are seamstress and tailors, which I also have the skill set for that as well. And then you have you just have domestic sewists, which are people who just like to sew for fun, sew crafts and things of that nature. But then you also have people who do upholstery. That's a completely different skill set. I've never even attempted to try that. Although I have made curtains before, both sewing them and crocheting curtains, I've never tried to upholster anything. Like I just never tried that. That's just not my lane. So I just kind of stayed away from it. But nope, that's one of the things I've never done. But I mean, it's a good market to get into because it's not a lot of us in that market. So it's definitely a good market to get into. My sewing machine acting up already. Um, let's see, the scrap piece. Sometimes when your tension is off, I see what the problem is. You have to take up. Sometimes you have to take a piece of scrap and run it through first. Oh my God, that is nice. That is so nice. I just never I've never tried to upholster anything. That's what's up. I've never tried it. Like I said, I've made curtains before, both by sewing them and sewing come on my attention. Sewing and crochet. I've crocheted curtains before too, but I just never tried to do anything else. It's my attention. Come on. There we go. Yep, never tried it. Wow. I have I had a friend, her mom used to, I mean sorry, his mom used to do her own upholstery, and she used to change over her house with different with color schemes, scapes. It's called scape. When you kind of match up your house or a particular room, she would do colorscapes every season. Like she literally has so much stuff, and she literally will colorscape her house every season, every 4 months. And then the next year, you wouldn't even see her using the same colorscapes that she used the year before. And she used to make her own stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah, I've never done it. That's nice. I never even thought about trying, honestly, because I've always just been into apparel. So I just never tried. I'm trying not to go too fast because I don't want this vibration to knock over my iPad. Like I said, no, I was going to be making a purse um, but the hardware didn't come in time. It's my other scissors, smaller scissors, snips. They call snips. And then you have these. These are called snips. This is for getting really close to garments, cutting off threads and things. They're a little bit easier to use than to use full-on scissors when you're cutting your end pieces. You don't want to use this to cut a whole garment, but you just want to use it to snip different things. But yeah, I'm used to just making garments, garments and bags and things. So after we do this, I'm gonna pick this. Oh, jeez, that thing is so heavy. So there is two things you can do. So that's all there is into a key fob. Like I said, now this is a 1 inch by 12 inch. It's still a 12 and a half. And the reason why I did 12 and a half is because I wanted a lot for a little bit extra space. Because you never know what somebody else might have a bigger armrest. Now, what you can do for people some people are not too comfortable with just adding the key fob on. You can add a little bit of glue, or you can sew across. So I'm just going to do a little stitch across. I want to do a little stitch across here, just across here to seal it up. And I don't need to have my sewing machine right there. And you just want to go back and forth a couple times, just to seal it, so it would never come off. Okay. Now what you do is you take your key fob, and on your key fob, I don't know if y'all can see this. I don't know if you can see there's some teeth on one side. It's this side right here. It has teeth on these type of key fobs. And all you want to do is you just want to put your key fob in. One of the easiest ways to do it is to put your key fob, and it doesn't matter which way you do it, but you want to put your key fob. Oh, you just noticed I colored my hair. I'm usually with red hair. It's just that, you know what? I was tired of it. I really would prefer the gray to come in, but it won't. I just have it here, and around the nape. And I hate that. I want it to come in even. It wants to come in uneven, and I don't like it. So it's basically making me have like 3-tone hair. So this will be a little bit darker. This is gray, and this is lighter. And I'm like, oh no, we got to do something. So I had to color it. So I really wanted to color it. I usually do copper brown, but I just decided to use the rest of the red I have first before I go back to brown. So you just want to stick your key fob in. Let me trim it some, bring that down some. So that's why I went red. That's funny you just noticed that. I actually just did it a few days ago. Just want to trim it down a little bit. You don't want to cut your stitching. And you just want to put it in. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to put it in, pull up my label. Wait, where's my label? Wait a minute. Gotta have my label. I thought you had to ask. I'm going to put my label on the inside. I'm not going to put it on the outside. I'm going to put it on the inside. Yeah, so if it would just come all in, I would be okay with that. That just shows them years of wisdom, but it don't want to come all the way in. And you just want to squeeze real hard. Now, unfortunately, if you have arthritis, you may not be able to do this. I don't. And see, now it's never going to come out. Thank you. But you know what? I normally wear red hair. I literally been wearing red hair since I was probably about 16 years old. If you actually go on my Facebook, you will see majority of my life I have red hair. I just recently started going with brown, copper brown to be exact, within the last maybe 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. But I prefer red. But I'm older now, and it's like I'm kind of tired of the red. But I was like, nah, I'm going to use the rest of this red before I use my copper brown. So I went back. So I don't have any nails on purpose, y'all, because I knew I had to do the key fobs, and that's it. You honestly can sell these. You can make these, y'all. Typically, this is only 10 minutes to make one. You can make these and sell these. YouTube, you can see clear. You on Facebook can see very clear. Let me turn you just a tad bit. You can make these and sell these for $10, $10 to $15, depending on how you made them. Now, let me see if it's right on top. Hold on. I did an order. Let me see if I can fish around, because this is what I call my junk drawer. I probably should have pulled it off so you can see it. Can I feel it? I made some where I embroidered. Yeah, here we go. So my daughter is a part of a skate group, and they all give each other gifts all the time, like all the time. They shower each other with gifts. I love that about them. What they are, they're a bunch of young adults that's in their 20s and 30s, and majority of them in the group, their parents skated. So it's a bunch of young adults who got together on the strength of them loving to skate, because some of them grew up skating. Like my children grew up skating. I grew up skating. My children grew up skating. And there's a couple other people in the group, they grew up skating. Their parents were skaters. And so there's some people in the group where their parents didn't skate. And so they kind of got together, because my daughter used to always say, when she went back skating, I wish I had family at the skating rink, because I'm like the only person in skating don't have family, because all of my family, myself, my brothers and sisters, we all went skating, and now nobody skates. One of the reasons why I don't skate is because I don't live in Delaware. If I still lived in Delaware, I would still be skating. And so her and I was talking one day, and so I found out that some of the children, I knew their parents, both their parents got married from, and they met from the skate rink. And so she came up with the idea of calling the group First Family. So every year there's a event called RITC, and it's in South Carolina, Charlotte, South Carolina, every single year. It's the biggest skate event in the country. So she asked me to make them key fobs. So I embroidered their name First Family. So um I designed the name First Family as well as the skate. So I decided to put one skate in. But for this one, I used a different type of key fob, because when I ordered the ones that you just see me press, they had not come. They was being delayed, and I only had a couple of weeks. And unfortunately, things that get shipped to me takes about 2 weeks to get to me. And so I use this type, and you can use this type as well. You can click this type onto your keychain if you already have a keychain. So this is what I used initially. I had these. I initially used these. And so, but that's not the ones I like. I like these. Oops, sorry, YouTube and Facebook. I like these a little bit better. To me, they just look a little bit more sleeker. But you can absolutely make these easily. You can buy these kits off of Amazon. This kit here, I think hold on, y'all. I think this was 50. I think it was 40. I think it was 40 1-inch key fobs, and it came with this as well. And I paid $18 for it. There are some kits that are like 25, and it just means you're getting more of the key fobs, the actual key fobs. But all you need to is some quilter's cotton, any type of cotton material you basically want to use. Quilter's cotton is the best. It's more durable. But you can absolutely make these and sell these. Now, for this keychain, this has what I call batting on the inside, because they wanted theirs to be a little bit thicker. And oh, definitely, definitely coldest on wheels, most definitely. I love seeing the young adults now, the children that I grew up with their parents. I love seeing them, skate. But I mean, I still skate. When I go home, I actually still skate. There are some videos on my page, on my Copper Chippewa page. There are some videos of me skating when I go home with my daughter. There's some videos of me skating couples with my friends. That I've been knowing since my oldest daughter was 14, who's now 37. So I mean, I still skate. I will skate today. I'll close my eyes, like literally. I got top of the line skates. I've always had Douglas Snyder's. They're the top of the line. They made by Rydell. You can get Rydell's as beginners. You can get Rydell's as advanced. But skate is going to be my thing until the day I close my eyes. I will skate. So when I met my husband, he knew right off the rip, I'm going to be skating. And I will still be skating couples, because there ain't nothing happening but some quads. But yeah, you can absolutely. I made this a little bit smaller because they said they all had small wrists. They didn't want it bigger. This is a 1 inch by 10 inches. This is 12. And based off of the size you make, if you embroider these, so these I would actually sell these for 15, because I use my embroidery machine. So it depends. But I mean, come on, y'all. This is money you could be making easily. I mean, it's a little side hustle where you literally could be making money. It's that simple. It literally takes 5 to 10 minutes per key fob. Now, this one took me about 20 minutes because I had to, print out everything. With my daughter, I actually put her name on the back. The reason why I didn't put everybody's name on the back of theirs at the time is because it was last minute and I didn't have time to digitalize their names. Her name I was able to digitalize, but I was not able to digitalize all their names. But I am eventually going to make them more key fobs with, I'm going to make them black with white. They also use peace, Lola. They also use a particular font. This is not the font that their group uses, which I didn't know at the time. And I'll just make them some more with their font on it. And I'm going to put their names on it. But you can easily make these and sell these. Like, it's that simple. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to do this dumb puzzle, y'all. Oh, shoot. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. All right. I don't know why I'm on camera, but yeah, you can easily make these and sell them. So there's a few that I have to make. So I was like, well, I might as well go live and doing them because, like I said, I make handbags. And let me show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all my purse. It's not done yet because like I said, I'm waiting on the waiting on it. So as I told y'all, remember I couldn't make my cosmetic products out here. So I started making handbags. So I'm not finished. That's one of my markings for where something has to go. But I now have to wait for, I wanted some larger grommets. Oh God, that's in the way. Hold on, I like that. So I'm just waiting for some larger grommets, and I brought some rings to go in here to put the strap on, and I'm still waiting on that. But this is one of my bags that I designed myself. Thank you. So I designed this. It's like a hobo bag. It's kind of slouchy. It's supposed to be meant to be slouched, but it's going to have a shoulder strap because shoulder bags are back in. And yep, I created this bag, and these bags will be available soon once the rings come in, so I can go ahead and put the handles on. But yep, I designed my label. I embroidered my label as well. I have some name tags coming in. I'm just waiting for the rest. But I was supposed to do my second bag today, and the hardware still for that bag hasn't come in yet. So I had to pivot from today's live, since I didn't want to cancel it, I was like, well, let me just get these key fobs done online, which I would have ordinarily done those offline. So that's what I decided to. But she will be available in about a week. She will be going up on my new website. I hadn't finished it yet because I hadn't finished the bag. But this is what I've been working on. I've been working on handbags and just trying to make some money. Like I said, I got a big announcement for y'all soon, though. Can't wait. But I do have 3 bags that's coming out. I have this style hobo bag coming out. And I have 2 other style bags that I'll talk about once the hardware kit come in. So I'm not gonna spill the beans on that yet. But that's what I've been working on. So that's what I'm gonna work on tonight. Like I said, if you want to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. We just got to keep everything PG because I am streaming from other platforms. Yeah. And it's interesting. So I've actually used to make bags before when I had my boutique. I used to make bags then. And I did well. The church actually who's really made me the church allotted me to quit my job, but you know how we are as copper color people. We get used to that 9 to 5, that constant paycheck to come in, and you're afraid to quit your job. I literally could have quit my job because I was running a bakery at the time as well as a boutique, and both of them afforded me to really quit my job, my 9 to 5. But I was a single mother at the time, and I was like, nah, I need that guaranteed paycheck. So I refused to quit. So I just come home from work, take care of my family, and sit down at the sewing machine or sit at the KitchenAid, one or the other. I was either cooking or sewing. And I did that for years. I mean, years, y'all. But then when I moved to Chicago, when I finally got tired of commuting back and forth to Chicago, because my husband was in Chicago, I ended up just shutting down basically both of them. The bakery and the my boutique, I ended up shutting down both of them when I moved to Chicago. And I kind of just took a little break and then I picked everything back up when I got to South Carolina. Because even in Utah, I didn't have the need to do much sewing. I was already wearing the clothes that I made. So I didn't really need to make any other clothing because the style, the, the atmosphere out there is completely different. Everything is so relaxed, dressed down. And at the time, I was a person who dressed up. So it kind of just didn't fit. My style didn't fit for Utah. So all I'm doing is just trimming this up because I got to have a little bit of interfacing hanging over. But yeah, I literally been doing this for 51 years, literally. That's why I asked y'all, did y'all want who wanted to learn how to sew? Well, y'all join the academy once I put the courses out. Because our community should be sewing. We should be making our own clothes. I was teaching them at first though, but I could have promoted. I think I could have promoted a little bit better. Um, Honestly, I don't really like being on camera, to be completely honest with you. And I used to be a model, y'all. How about that? I literally used to be a model for Harry and Sherry Belafonte in Wilmington, Delaware. But I honestly don't like being on camera. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That's why a lot of times you see me on TikTok, I'm not on camera because I really don't like being on camera. I prefer not to be on camera. Oh, thank you, Lola. The funny thing is I really don't like being on camera though. That's funny. And I literally modeled from the age of 10 until I was 16. Did commercials, magazines, still don't like being on camera. Yep, still don't like it. But I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time to get back into it. So, like I said, I've had a few people asking me why I don't go live on TikTok. As you can see, I'm on my Camellia page. I'm not on my Copper Hue page. If y'all paid attention, I'm not on my Copper Hue. I mean, my Copper Chippewa page. I took Hue off. And I don't know if y'all noticed that I'm on a different page. I'm purposely on this page. I purposely came here to this page. I'm gonna say I know that is not I'm trying to look to launch them in July, and there's a reason why. And like I said, I'll share that news in about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. I'll be sharing that news as to why. So I'm trying to launch in July. I have somebody helping me set it up on my website. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just doing some sewing today. But yeah, it's trying to get the courses up online has been the biggest thing. It's been the hardest thing is getting these courses up online. How are you today? How are you doing? So that's been the hardest challenge is getting those courses up online. Once I get those courses up, we'll get started. So I'm looking for July right now. So they will be beginner courses. He's teaching you the basics. But the basics does include sewing, actually sewing. It definitely does. But before I begin anyway, I'll send out an email invite or evite for people to sign up, and then I will send out the checklist of the things that you would need to purchase. And I will give you time to purchase those things. So don't worry. I will make sure you have time to get the things that you need to get started. Now, if you want to take a peek on how to get started, there is a video on my YouTube underneath my Camellia Halt page. There's a video that I did. I want to say I got this shirt on. I might have this shirt on. I don't really remember. But there's a video of me telling you some of the things you need to get started. So I did do a video sharing the things that you need to get started to sew, to become a sewist. And sewing is not, as far as the technique of sewing, that's not the hard part. The hardest part is learning terminology, to be honest with y'all. The terminology is the hardest thing. knowing how to pick your needles and your thread for your in the material. Those are like the hardest things. Knowing terminology when you see it, because it is kind of in shorthand. Um, you won't see things written out like wrong side. You won't see wrong side written out. You'll see it say RS in capital RS, knowing that that means wrong side, or I mean RI. Okay. Right side and wrong side. I mean wrong side WS, right side RS. So things like that. Learning how to read patterns if you're going to use patterns, which is something that I am going to teach as well, because I do have a few people from YouTube that have asked me to teach them how. Welcome in YouTube and Facebook. Teach them how to read patterns, which is not as hard as people make it seem like that it is. It's a lot easier than people think that it is. It really isn't. People make it more difficult than what it really is. Like I said, the hardest part really is knowing how to choose your fabrics, knowing how to choose the right needle, because that's important. Knowing how to choose the right thread, that's equally as important for the material that you're using. Those are the hardest parts of sewing. But operating a machine is not hard. And some people say threading their machine. Each machine is threaded differently, but each machine also gives you a guide on how to thread your particular machine, which is one reason why I decided not to show you how to thread my machine, because 9 out of 10, you don't have this machine if you're starting off, because this is a professional machine. So why would I teach you how to thread this machine when you're a beginner? So again, what I'm doing is I'm just taking this 4-inch piece, this 4x12, and I'm just making it into um, a 1-inch strip. That's all I'm doing. I'm folding it in half and then folding the two sides into the center to make a 1-inch strip. If you're doing a 1.5-inch key fob, you're going to cut it 5 inches. Knowing math is part of sewing. So for those who don't like math, who said they failed math in school or they hate math, you're going to learn a little bit of math. Knowing how, I mean, you could use your calculator, but you need to know how to use certain calculations. That's a little bit more advanced, but I will still show it towards the end because that's important. Like I just said to you, a 1-inch key fob is cut 4 inches. A 1.5-inch key fob is 5 inches. So knowing things like that would also help you on your journey. I also am releasing an advanced course for people who want to know how to alter their patterns that they purchased. They might buy a pattern. They accidentally went to the store, found a pattern, and was like, oh, I love this pattern, and buy that pattern. And they get home and they like, oh, I wear a size 14 and this pattern is up to a size 10. And then they're like, what can I do? Because I done already cut the pattern out and I can't take the pattern back once I cut it. Showing that person how to take that pattern and plug it into the system and upsize that pattern. Or, peace, Jamisha, I haven't seen you in a long time. I don't even see you live on nobody's page in a long time. Or if you, because I have a handbag pattern that's going to be released. I'm still working on the trademark and copyright portion before I release it. But I do have my own actually I have 2 handbag patterns that are going to be released. One of them is going to be released. I'm not going to trademark or copyright that one. That's pretty much going to be a free pattern. But my signature pattern is going to be trademarked and copywritten so that nobody can copy it. But say for example, you want to make my bag bigger, or even a free one bigger than what I made it, I will show those advanced people how to make that bag bigger or smaller, say if they want it smaller. So like I said, I'm just going to sew a straight stitch down. Also knowing machines that actually do just what is called a straight stitch versus a machine that does a zigzag stitch. So there's a lot to it. It's more terminology and learning these things than anything. Are y'all good over there on YouTube and Facebook? So So those are some of the things that I'm going to teach. Um, with sewing, doing back stitching, when to do a back stitch, when not to do a back stitch. So these are the things that I will be offering as well. Like I said, I'm going kind of slow for a reason. It's the way I have y'all propped up. I don't want my vibration because this is an industrial machine, semi-industrial machine. I don't want it to knock it over. So I'm kind of going slow on purpose. Peace, 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 everyone coming in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Normally, like I said, I'm usually working with music, but because I'm streaming to YouTube, I mean, it's TikTok today, that device is usually where I play my music. So I don't have any background music this time. So now you guys just listen to my beautiful voice. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. And I'm going to be going live more on this particular page with sewing and things of that nature. Oh, that's your other. Oh, okay. That's your other page. Okay, Lola. I see it now. I see you now. I see you. All right. I'm just going to take a strip. Take this, put them together, and I'm going to sew across. Again, I'm going to sew across just to lock it in some. Let me put my tag in now. How about I'm going to do that? And like I stated, you always want to add your tags to everything. You always want to brand everything that you make. You want to brand it. Never, ever, ever, ever sell anything that doesn't have your branding on it. Never. Do not give people the opportunity to steal your stuff. So these are just tags that I made just for the key fobs, and they also go on the inside of my zippers when I make my bags and things. Some of my use. I just embroidered these. These are embroidered by myself. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this in. I'm gonna wait though a second. Hold on. Let me stitch this first. But yeah, never, ever, ever, when you make anything, never put nothing out, whether you are sewing or whatever you choose to do, never put anything out without putting your branding on it. Because we're living especially because unfortunately, we're living in a world where China is stealing everything that small business owners are doing. Half of what China sells right now is something that they stole from a small business owner. More so, particularly so-called Black Americans. We're the most creative Black women, the most creative people. We have the most creative channels on social media, and China has no problem in stealing our stuff. Oh, I forgot to show y'all this part. I like to snip the end some so you don't see it on the outside of the key fob. Oh, okay. That's perfect then, since you already have one. Do you know what brand it is? It's probably a singer or a brother. Do you remember which one it is? Let me bring it down some. Because that's probably a domestic machine. Bring you in some. You don't remember? More than likely, it's probably a domestic singer or a brother, which is what you want to start with anyway. I'll show y'all in a minute. No, where my key fob? I'll show y'all in a minute. I have to open up my closet, unfortunately, but I'll show y'all I actually still have a machine. It is kind of a beginner machine. I didn't purchase it. Someone purchased it for me. And I've literally had this machine for about 12 years. Like I've literally had this machine forever, a long time. But I actually have multiple machines. I have machines that's in my pod. I normally have multiple sewing machines. So like I said, I'm going to stick that in there and squeeze. Like I said, if you got arthritis, this is not a good one. You can buy what is called a press. I am going to eventually buy. There you go. It's done. Stuck. It's never coming out. If you feel a little bit more comfortable, you can stick some glue in there. It's never coming out. I do have what is called a rivet press. Some people like to put rivets in it. Rivets are them little metals pieces that you little circles y'all see in your clothing and in your um, garments and things of that nature. Actually, the history behind that, I'll tell y'all the history behind that in a second, but hold on. Oh, give me a second. This thing's heavy. Oh, you know, this thing is really, 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 really heavy. So this is a press. And they do have what is called dies. This is a die. This is a die. And these are dies that you can use to press certain things into the garments. So you can use these as well to press things. I am going to eventually, oh, John, let me put this on this thing. When I say it's heavier than my sewing machine. That's actually heavier than the sewing machine. You can buy different dies to go in there. You can buy that key fob die to go in there. So if you have arthritis, you can use that. It's a lot easier pushing that handle down versus, you know, using the key fob, this key fob. So that can be a little bit easier for people who have like arthritis issues with their hands. Thanks to the ancestors and my choices of living, you know, eating good my whole life, I don't have having those issues at 56 years old. So I don't need that. I can still press the key fob. But yeah, you can use that as well. You can buy the dies for that. And that was called a cam snap. That's a more expensive one, but you can buy some of them right off of Amazon, a little bit cheaper. You just got to read the comments and make sure they're not easily broken. Like there are some of them that break easily. Matter of fact, even when you're stitching, y'all, when you've got a good stitch, I don't know if y'all can see that stitch line. Y'all can see that stitch line. It should be even on both sides. I don't know who this is to keep inviting me to their live. It should be even on both sides. That's how you know you got a good tension, when it's even on both sides. So you should better sew this and both sides should look exactly the same when you flip it. Peace, 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 everyone coming in. I'm just doing some sewing tonight. Your sewing machines, most of your sewing machines, even some domestic ones, will have speeds on them. You can use different speeds based off of your comfort level. Again, I'm sewing slow because the vibration of this machine will knock my iPad over, and it's actually not on a stand. So because the TikTok requires you to go portrait, it doesn't allow you to go landscape, and I'm used to going live landscape on Facebook and YouTube. So I had to sit it up. So I'm trying to keep from knocking over my iPad, because that was the only way I can go live on Instagram, by doing it separately. I mean, I'm TikTok by doing it separately. But yeah, heavy duty, or just any domestic machine is good. I personally like the Janome if you want to spend a little bit more money. Yeah, like I said, I used to well, you wasn't on here that day. I don't think you was on here that day where the guy had on a purple suit, Chief, and he had on the lavender suit, and I was like, oh, I got one of those. The video's on my page, and I was like, I made that, and he had on pearls and stuff. Now the pearls, I'm laughing at only because I know the truth about the pearls, and men did wear pearls. Our men wore pearls because it denoted signify wealth. But I went into my Facebook and got. Oh, you remember that when I showed the picture? I literally used to make all my clothes at one point. Like I literally used to make all of my clothes, even down to my church clothes when I was going to church. Like literally, that's how it ended up becoming a business, because, you know, people at work and at church were like, girl, you can dress your butt off. Like, where are you getting this stuff? And I'm telling them, that I'm making it myself. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So I literally used to make everything. I was telling them I was trying to, and I shared this with y'all a little bit. How I told you I said I had to go to court because my ex he took on my son when I was in my early 20s. Um, I was working 9 to 5. At the time, I want to say I was working for Discover. I think I was a manager at Discover at the time. And but I was also going to school. That's when I was going to law school. And so my ex was like, "Well, let me take, Cameron, and you just keep the girls, and that way I'll take relieve some of the stress off of you." So what do you think? You're sending your child with his father. You're thinking your child's going to be safe, right? Well, no. Unfortunately, he was beating on my child, and to the point he almost unalived him with his bare hands. Come to find out, he was starving him, he was torturing him, and all kinds of stuff. And how I found out was he was not letting me see my son. He got to the point he wasn't letting me see my son no more. And I was, calling the cops, and the cops was like, you got to go to court, and it was bad. Delaware was not trying to do anything to help me out. They pushed it aside, and then finally he brought my son. And I was asking my son, like, why are you holding your arm like that? And he was like, I broke my arm. And I said, broke your arm? How? And so I tried to take my son in the bathroom to talk about it, but he was following me. And that right there let me know that it was something that happened that was nefarious. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he got his when he went to jail, though. So I knew something nefarious had happened. So what I did was the next day I called Child Protective Service. Of course, they went to the house. They said it was nothing wrong. He was remarried. They was telling me that him and his wife was doing fine. His wife was running a daycare. Her daycare was everything was fine. And I was like, nah. My son was afraid to tell me what was happening. He wouldn't let me be alone with my child. Something's up. And so the next day, I got a phone call from the police in another city telling me I needed to come to the police station and get my son. And I was like, why? And they said, your son jumped out mind you, my son, y'all, was only 5. He was 5 when this happened, y'all. My son jumped out the bathroom window and was walking down the highway. And the police happened to be driving down the road because the police station was near his school at the time. And they asked him where he was going. And he said, I'm going to go find my mommy. And I was technically 2 cities away, 5 years old. And that's how it finally came to fruition that he was abusing my child. So I was trying to find the newspaper art videos that we were on, because we were on ABC News. Hold on, so I'm gonna go on right. We were actually on ABC News during his trial, and I wore, the stuff that I made every day, and I was trying to find the clips on Google, but they're no longer on Google. So Google actually does not keep everything like I thought they did. I thought I would be able to go back and find them. He got his record expunged. So I'm thinking that's why, because he talked my son as an adult into helping him get his record expunged. So you no longer can find that online. So I thought at least the news clippings would still be on ABC, but it's not. I looked. I was going to show you the outfits that I was wearing every day, because trust me, the news cameras was in my face every day, every single day as I was going in and out the courtroom. So yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was a long, drawn out thing. They actually dragged me through the called me a C head, gonna say my son was born addicted to C, and I had never even puffed on a cigarette before. Peace, Brave Cloud. It was horrible. Peace, nature. Yeah. Yeah, that's me sewing. I'm just working on some key fobs. I was supposed to be making some purse today, but my hardware didn't come in. So I'm showing y'all how to make some key fobs that y'all can make for yourselves. Y'all can make these in like 5-10 minutes, depending on how fast you can cut and sew. And you can sell these for like $8 to $10. Just plain $8 to $10. If you can embroider, you can sell them for like 12 to 15. If you're going to embroider, if you put the person's name on the back, you can charge even more money. For every little thing you do to a key fob, you can up that price a few dollars. So, um, hey, get to the money. I mean, I gatekeep only what's proprietary. If it's not proprietary, I don't gatekeep. That's just not me. Yep. Oh, you notice my voice? Because my family, they say I have a distinctive walk and voice. That's what my family says. They know me by my walk from behind and they know me by my voice. So I'm just going to cut out a few more, just get a few more cut out. Um, so I measured these for a 1-inch key fob. I measured them at, for a 1-inch key fob, you want to measure them 4 inches. 4 inches. The average key fob is between 10 to 12 inches, depending on, you know, the width of, if you're doing specialized, their arm, or if you just want to do standard. I did 12 inches. I did 4 by 12. You want to do an 1.5-inch key fob. Say, for example, you ordered a 1-inch key fob, right? You ordered a 1-inch. However, they accidentally sent you a 1.5. Now you're sitting there like, oh my God, I learned how to do a 1-inch. A 1.5 inch, you cut it out 5 inches. By the time you fold it up, it's a 1.5. So it's that simple. You want a 1-inch key fob, it's 4 inches. If you want 1.5, it is 5. It's that simple. Thank you, Sada. So, yep, I'm just working on this for now and chatting out. Like I said, people always ask me, I be having people in my DMs like, you be on YouTube, why you don't come to TikTok? And so there's a young lady, Soul Baby. Also, I'll be supporting her channel. I met her on here from sewing. And so I was like, you know what? I guess it's time. It's time to start sewing on TikTok too. So if y'all pay attention, I'm on my Camellia Halt page. Do y'all know what Camellia Halt is, or Camellia? Let me see. Anybody that's in here that's old school. Do y'all know why my business name is Camellia? Kimelia. Do any of y'all know why my name is Camellia? I want to see how much y'all remember about me. See who remembers. If anybody on here should know, it should be Swarthy and C3 and Pressure. Pressure may not remember because, he went away for a little bit. But I wonder, but do you know why it's Camellia? That's the part. Do you know why it's Camellia? C3, you still here? I know she was getting off of work going home. It's Camellia for a reason. And it's so interesting, y'all. I was so angry. Now, brother, you know that's not my last name. You know my first and last name. Out of everybody on here, you, Swarthy, and Capri are the ones that know my last name. I'll tell you in a minute, though. I'll tell you in a minute. But I was so mad because my daughter told me last year, she said, Mom, I started to name your granddaughter that. And I was so mad with her and hurt at the same time. I was so mad at her at the same time. I was like, why would you not name her that then? If you thought about it before I did, why wouldn't you name her that? So Camellia is my first and middle name. If y'all remember when I first came on TikTok, I was using my first and middle name. Now you exactly remember, because C3 and Swarthy still got screenshots to this day with my original name, which was my first and middle name. And I don't know if it was you, Pressure, or if it was Swarthy. One of y'all told me to get my name off of here. And that's what made me change my name. Who's 15 years younger than you? Who's that? Yeah. One of y'all told me to get my name off, and that's when I went to Copper Chippewa because y'all told me to take my name down. But they still to this day show screenshots. C3 was talking about it the other day. They still show screenshots with my with me in the comments. Names are public records, so I don't really give a damn. But when I came up with this business name, I don't know. I was just sitting. I was thinking, like, what? Really? Wow. I was just sitting trying to come up with names, and I was like, what can I come up with? And then one day, I just was like, oh, I'm gonna combine my name together, and that's what I did. I just combined my name together. My daughter told me she was going to name my daughter. She said, my granddaughter, she said when she was coming up with names, she was going to name her Camellia because she said she sat one day and put my name together because like my family, they either call me Kim Amelia or Kim Howe. Like to this day, like my baby brother still calls me Kim Amelia or Kim Howe to this day. Like they don't address me as Kim on my dad's side of the family. I don't know why, but for the last 56 years, I've been called either Kim Amelia or Kim Howe, and I am the only Kim in the family. You would think there was multiple Kims in the family, and it's not. I'm the only one to this day. Oh, did you? You met another Chippewa? I've actually met several now melanated ones on here. But that's what made me change it. That was the first year we was on here. One of it was either Pressure or Swarthy. One of them told me to take my name off, change my name, and that's what made me go with the Copper Chippewa because I was already using copper. So I said, well, I'll do Copper Chippewa. I didn't think to use Copper Chippewa because initially I didn't come on here for this. I came on to promote my business, my original business. It was you that told me. I know it was one of y'all told me, and that's what made me change my name. But yeah, it was. That's why my business name is Camellia. It's my first and middle name. Yep, my first and middle name. I was so angry with my daughter. I was kind of hurt too at the same time. And she was like, yeah. I mean, my granddaughter's name is beautiful. Her name is Carson, and it's spelled different. It's spelled uniquely. But that's pretty too, and it does match her. I do like it. I feel like it matches her. But I was kind of hurt because I was like, that Camellia would have been really, really, really special. Considering I had always wanted to be a grandmother. Everybody knows how important that was to me to be a grandmother. Like my family and friends know how important it was to me to be a grandmother. So for her to not name her that and she thought about it was kind of hurtful. I was full-fledged hurt. Like really, really hurt. I didn't really want to talk to her because that's how hurt I was. Like seriously, she was going to name her after me. So yep, that is why it's Camellia. It is my first and middle name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember though. Because like I said, Swarthy, Cynthia was talking about it not too long ago. She was like, you know, the screenshot, it got Copper's name, or she probably said TT, Auntie or something. She's like, it got Auntie's name in it. And I was like, yo, y'all still got that screenshot. And that screenshot's like 7, 8 years old. And they literally still got it, maybe 6 years old. And they still got that screenshot with my real name. Crazy, crazy work. So remember, I told y'all this is a special pin. This is a pin. It looks like a regular pin, but it's not. It's simply for fabrics. It's a heat erase pin. Interesting thing is my mark is hot in here. My mark disappeared already. I have to remark it because it disappeared. Normally it disappears with a hot iron, but that one marking is gone. Oh, did you? Yeah, I used to use my name. Oh man, I used to use my name all the time. All the time. And he's like, take your name off of here. But it was mainly because like them natives and them Africans and stuff. And they was doxing even back then. Like it was crazy, crazy work. Turn you around. But yeah, this is it's called a heat erase pen. So you don't have to do anything but apply heat to it. It's not that bright. And then there's some pins that you use for fabric, basically leather and vinyl. And what you just use an alcohol wipe and you will get that off. that as well. Come on. So yep. Yeah. But yep, that's the business name. But I will tell y'all though, oh, your first and middle, you use your first and middle. But see, like I said, I'm known. If you go to Wilmington, you can't go to Wilmington and say, "Oh, do you know Copper Chippewa?" Now, there it depends. If you're talking to somebody like older, they'll be like Chippewa. You talking about the little Indian woman from 25th Street granddaughter? They may say that to you. But it would have to, when I say older, you would have to be talking to somebody like 70 years and above. However, if you're talking about somebody younger, you can't go to Delaware and just ask for me, or Wilmington ask me. You have to say, do you know Kim Howe or Kim Amelia? And they're gonna be like, oh, I know who she is. They'll know. They will definitely know who you're talking about if you say that, because that's what my family calls me to this day. I call my brother today, but like, what's up? Or he'll say K Howe. I don't get it, y'all. I don't understand. I never understood why they call me by my name. My full name instead of just calling me Kim. I don't get it. I don't get it. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome in. I'm only going to be on a little while longer. I just wanted to come over and get some work done because, like I said, I just wanted to get back into the algorithm. I didn't want to mess up my. Yeah, I remember big time. I mean, it was big time. Like it was horrible at one time. Like it was real bad. They got natural and these truths the worst, to the point that they got them fired from a job, lied on them and got them fired. They told their jobs that they was on there threatening them, which they threatened first. Um, which is why I don't argue with them. There was somebody that was going to get me fired. I said, you can't. I own my business. You can't get the boss fired. Sorry. Nah, we're gonna find out where you work. I said, go ahead and do it. Google me. At that time, you can Google me and see that I owned my own business. So yeah, they tried. They tried me too. That stitch is off. That's a little bit too big. It's fine. Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad at one point. I gotta recut that. But yep, this is what I do actually all the time. I'm doing something. I normally go live on YouTube on Mondays and sometimes Thursdays. I'll be taking a break soon. I'm gonna say off like that. I'll be taking a little bit break in about 3 to 4 weeks. There'll be a small break. Um, that's a little off. It'll be it'll be a couple weeks break. Um, however, my sewing machine will be with me because I do travel with my sewing machine, which is why I have two of them out here now, as well as C3, as well as at my embroidery machine. Also, that's out here as well. Let's see, what is this? Okay. Yep. So, but I'm super, 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 super duper excited. It is something that y'all been asking for, though. I'll tell you that. You in the box? Okay. There we go. All right. Hey.
Your favorite chief? Well, I can't say his name. Josiah in the documentary. Did you see that?
No. Really?
About, recovering it.
Yo. Really?
So he's been sober for 5 years, and we all know that.
That's a lie. That's definitely a lie.
Dolph has placed on his live 2 days ago.
Oh.
And then Harv Hardy, I think that's his TikTok name. He found it on his YouTube page. So it's not out yet, but the preview is
on Joaya's YouTube page.
Yes, I didn't even know he had it.
Me neither. I know there's some natives over there. They talk about that reservation that they all go to that's really run down, but I didn't know that I didn't know he had one. Well, isn't that interesting? I think we all need to take a look at that YouTube page. See how he likes that.
Dolph had shows it, and he had a 5-minute video and a 1-minute video. Both of them is previews.
Wow.
Of the documentary that's supposed to come out. And I'm like, look at this pale skin, looking like the German he is.
Right. Wow.
It's diabolical.
Come on, 5 years. Man, stop.
Man, you just relapsed 3 years ago.
Exactly.
And we even 3 years ago, 5 months ago.
And if you are recovering, you're not even supposed to be puffing on cigarettes.
That part.
You're not even supposed to be on cigarettes. That's all a part of it, and you still puffing on cigarettes. Make sense.
Diabolical.
Wow.
Diabolical.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. My man trying to earn some money. Exactly. Oh, you didn't get to see my purse, huh?
No. Oh,
I just got it. I'm waiting on some bigger
Bears.
Huh?
The Chicago Bears. You need to put the Bears logo.
I never thought about that. I'm waiting for some larger grommets. I don't like the small ones. I'm waiting on my larger ones to come in. They were supposed to be here. And I'm gonna put the larger grommets on, and I'll put the strap on, and then it'll be on my website. But yep, I made that. That's one bag being launched. It's called the because I'm streaming on YouTube and Facebook too. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so that one be launched, and then I'll be doing my second one hopefully Thursday.
Can Facebook and YouTube see the TikTok?
No, nope, they can't see TikTok, and I can't. Unfortunately, I can't even see Facebook's comments. I don't know why. It keeps saying it's not integrated. It allows me to go live, but it won't show their comments. And then Instagram, I can go live, but it kicks it out. The only thing is StreamYard is not integrated with TikTok. I don't know why. And I'm like, come on, StreamYard. Y'all should be integrated with TikTok by now. Yeah, like, this is insane.
I think it's because, oh shit, oh, got my shit. I think it's, oh, I'm sorry. Oh shoot.
You think it's because of what?
I think it's because they trying to make their own money.
Yeah, because it should be integrated by now. Like, I don't understand why it's not integrated. So I was trying to go live just through StreamYard because you can stream through 15 platforms. Peace, Dallas. You can stream through 15 platforms, and TikTok is the one that you can't stream through. It's like, I don't understand. How are you not integrated on with TikTok? That makes no sense. StreamYard, as many updates you keep doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I pay for StreamYard. I pay for the business plan so that I can stream to multiple platforms.
A laptop is built for streaming.
Yeah.
The laptop I have is not really built for it. And I think that's why when I use TikTok Studio, which is streaming on the laptop, it keeps freezing like that.
Oh, okay.
When I watch everybody else's, I'm noticing they shit don't freeze like how mine's doing. I got a good webcam. I have my laptop connected through the internet through the Ethernet cord because that's a stronger connection. And I got all that, but it still freeze and lag, and that should be irritating me because I just can't talk smoothly.
Oh wow. Yeah, see, I'm streaming through TikTok through my iPad. I'm using my iPad for that. I'm on my laptop through StreamYard through and I'm streaming through Facebook and YouTube. I'm using it. Oh, I didn't on my line. Using that for my laptop for that. But my cell phone I'm using as an additional camera. So like Facebook and YouTube, they can see my table a little bit better than y'all can because I'm using my cell phone as a camera. I have a camera. I just don't, I still don't even know how to set up because I'm not tech savvy whatsoever, not by no stretch of the imagination. So I'm still trying to figure out how to use my camera to set it up so I won't have to use my cell phone. Because then you got to put everything on do not disturb and all that stuff. And then I'll be forgetting to do that and all that kind of stuff. And then people be calling and knocking me out and all that kind of stuff. Noor, what's going on with you?
It is manic for some reason. I think she just wants my attention.
I mean, you have been at work, so I get it.
Okay.
So she like you home and make me no attention. Oh, definitely that too.
Food.
Definitely that.
Food.
I heard her react. I heard her. I heard her react. Yep, so that's how I have set up. Normally, I'm just on my phone for the camera, and then my laptop. I usually use my iPad for music. But today I had to use my iPad for TikTok because I still don't figure it out. And then at the last minute, it told me to delete Instagram because I was streaming through Instagram too. And for some reason, Instagram didn't integrate today. I don't know what I don't know what happened. I get on every day, but I don't usually stream. I just started streaming through Instagram. And it just was like, nope. Where's the other cord? It was like, nope, not today. And it wouldn't connect today. It dropped Instagram. So normally I integrate through all of them. And today it just was like, nope, you're not doing it.
I got the free StreamYard.
See, I paid for mine.
I don't be wanting to pay for shit.
Yeah, I only did it because it's my business. It's a business account, so I did it for that very reason. Personally, I wouldn't have done it if it was a personal account, but yeah, the business account, I just went on and did it. But I've been paying for StreamYard for years, though.
But I know I'm eventually going to have to pay for it. Really start doing like the streaming and whatnot.
And if you want to,
I don't want that their watermark on.
Yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah. So you could take the watermark off. So like my logo is up. My logo is as a matter of fact, I see it came off. Looked like it came off, but their logo is not up. So I do like that I can have my own logo up there. And peace, YouTube and Facebook. Let me see what happened. Peace, OG. I'm just working today. Oh, it's there still. I see it. It's still there. My box is covering it a little bit.
I was just in before I came back over here. Lonnie has sent me her live.
What they talking about?
And Wonder Bread was on the panel.
Who's Wonder Bread?
As always.
Oh, cornbread.
And as always, he ran, right, y'all.
I
think he ran. He not he. A young lady came up on the panel and told us that he's a fed. Saying that his apartments is right across the street from FBI place and how he's doing shit to get people caught up in Jacksonville and shit like that and on the app. And how people not rocking with him because they're finding things out about him. I'm not sure how true it is of him being a fed, but that's what the word around town is, y'all.
And you know what's interesting about that?
To my people.
Y'all might have to turn y'all sideways for a little bit for a second. I need to get a little bit juicy juice. I don't know how to do YouTube's landscape. I mean TikTok's landscape. Let me figure it out. See if I can figure it out.
You gotta have TikTok Studio for it.
Oh, I do have Studio. So I should have went live through Studio.
Because you know we can still come up on Studio too.
I didn't realize that. You know, I didn't touch it because on YouTube you don't have to go landscape through Studio. You can just go landscape. So y'all gonna be a little crooked for now. I need to charge a little bit. I need to get a little bit of juice so it don't die. I mean, unlive on me. My battery don't unlive on me. I didn't think to even use Studio. It didn't even dawn on me to use Studio. Because I don't never use it. I don't use Studio. I don't even use Studio on you. I use Studio on YouTube just to check my analytics. That's it. I only use it to check my analytics. I don't have to go live through it. I can go live directly on YouTube, but I like to use my StreamYard because I can stream to multiple platforms. So that's why I use it, just to go through multiple platforms. Oh, wait. No, what am I thinking? If I mess up.
That man still trying to put my family in Oklahoma for some reason.
For cornbread?
Yes. Like, my family is not from Oklahoma. Like, you want me to be related to you that badly, sir?
Wow. I wouldn't be surprised. I noticed that everybody to come against us, we later find out that they're an op. As Swarthy would say, 12. You know, it took me a long time to figure out what 12 was, y'all. Yes, it did. Y'all know I'm not in y'all's generation. Y'all be making stuff up and think us older folks supposed to know what the heck y'all talking about. I had to ask Chat to tell me what 12 meant. I'm like, Chat, what does 12 mean? Yeah, Chad had to tell me what 12 meant. I was like, what are they talking about? Like, what? Peace. OG. I don't know if I spoke to you. I'm just doing some sewing. C3's gonna be doing some painting. We just chilling. That's it.
Yeah, y'all come up.
Y'all can come up though. I keep telling y'all can come up. We just gonna keep a little bit PG because I am streaming to 2 other platforms. But we can talk American Indian business. We just gotta keep a little PG.
He's like, don't make me expose you. And I said, you're gonna put it up there, I'm gonna make you look stupid.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. You don't know my first and last name, but you think you can do my genealogy without it. Make that make sense. Now, if he is actually a part of the if he is a part of the 3-letter organization, he can take your screen name and put it in the system. That's the only difference. That would then prove that you are part of one of these 3-letter programs. Because that's the only way you could take somebody's screen name and get their real name. Which is why it doesn't matter to any form of police if you go by nicknames or anything, because they can take your nicknames, your screen names off of social media, and they can get your real name. I don't know why they keep doing that. Inviting me to their stuff. So yeah, they can get your real name. So, and they know it too. So that's the only way. He would have to be a part of them. Oh, I wanted to show y'all. So remember, Lola, I was showing y'all how, see the marking on that fabric? See that black marking? Remember, I told you I say heat erase pen. You never want to use regular pens on your fabrics. You want to use heat erase. See it's going? That protects your fabric. It protects your fabric. You want to use a heat erase pen or some type of tailor's chalk or something. But you never want to use regular ink. Never want to use regular ink. But yeah, that's crazy. That's the only way. I mean, he would be proving that he really is. He will be proving that he really is a part of them. And I don't even know that because I told y'all my father was a popo. His whole life. He just was a popo that believed in helping his own. Because it wasn't like he said, Wilmington didn't have enough of us in the system to protect us. So he made it his life's mission to protect us.
Oh no, that's right.
So I used to. This glue is not good. This one didn't stick. Do I need to get another one? Maybe. Sometimes the glue don't stick. Sometimes the glue is bad in certain spots. Yeah, I used to have people come up to me all the time in Wilmington talking about, oh my God, I love your dad. He whatever position he was in at the time, he looked out for me. Yeah, he took me in the alley and put his fist in my chest, talking about what the F am I doing? But he let me go. He took me to the alley, let me go. Gave him a couple to the chest and let me go. I used to hear those kind of stories all the time. Yeah, this one is not good. And I still feel the dots on it, but it's not sticking. Sometimes that happens. That's why I said we do need to get into the system. You know, we teaching people stay out of politics. No, I really do believe we need to be in the system because that's the only way we're going to change the system until we can crumble the system altogether. Until we can dismantle the system altogether. We need to be in it. Because at this point, all you're doing is you're letting them make, huh?
That's the only way it's going to happen.
Exactly. But right now, you're sitting back, letting them make decisions for you. Peace, Mo. So why not be in it? So they can stop making decisions for us. We can make decisions for ourselves. But you can't get into there and be afraid to walk to your own beat and your own drum. You got to be able to get into the system and still do what's need to be done. Peace, peace. Peace, peace, Chief Peanut. Peace. We just chilling today. We're on here just doing a little bit of work, talking a little bit business, keeping it a little PG. Like I said, because I am streaming to 2 other platforms, so we got to keep it PG. I'm streaming to YouTube and Facebook. But we're just chilling, working. How are you doing today, Chief? I ain't seen you in a minute. I thought you was taking a break. Oh, Chief, guess what? It's a 90% chance we coming your way. But I think you said you moved, right? Not to live, but my daughter is insistent on going to Essence. So
Essence fan?
Yeah, my oldest daughter wants to go so bad, and we don't want her going by herself. So my youngest daughter was like, well, Mom, if I pay for your ticket, will you come and watch, your granddaughter? So I was like, you pay for my ticket? Yeah. So, yeah.
We're to see how they Africanize this.
I told her, but she's still insisting on going. And I get it. She wants to start doing some traveling before she have children, because my oldest one don't have any children. My granddaughter's for my youngest. So she wants to start doing some traveling as an adult that, before she starts having children. So she wants to go. So yeah, it's like 90% chance we're going to be going to New Orleans. Because they don't say New Orleans. Huh?
I said that's where it's at this year.
Yeah, that's where it always is, isn't it? Isn't it always in New Orleans?
I thought it was somewhere else every year.
No, it's always in New Orleans. Yep. So yeah. So 9 out of 10 will be going. I know they're looking at Airbnbs right now. They're looking at Airbnbs right now. So the whole family, my husband will be there as well. So yep, we're going, hopefully, to enjoy. Well, they're going to do Essence Fest. I'm just going to watch my granddaughter and enjoy a few festivities, but not the Essence. I don't care about Essence Fest. I don't care nothing about that.
That's right.
Not at all. I'm going just to enjoy. I need me some beignets and some pralines, as they call them. They don't say pralines. They say pralines. I just want some pralines, some native pralines, and some native beignets.
Taste the beignets.
Yes, I can't. I mean, I've had them, but not from there. Not from there. We actually sang there back in the day, but I wouldn't go because I didn't want to take my girls. They was in the choir at the time. I didn't want to take them either. So we passed up on that trip. It's so funny because one of the hotels we was in, they got put out because my choir used to like to play too much. Oh, they play too much. They broke into the pool after pool hours. They played too much. And then they was throwing water. They was taking buckets of water and throwing it on each other, knocking on the doors. And we opened the door, they was throwing water on you. No, we paid $100 to get our hair done to go sing. So the hotel put them out.
Is this afterward?
Yup. Yup. We used to get put out of a lot of hotels. We got put out of hotels in Canada. Not just the United States, and Canada too. We've been out of the country.
That's the wild end.
Listen,
We gonna have fun.
We used to do some crazy stuff. Oh man, we used to do some crazy stuff. That bucket thing was you knew the bucket thing was gonna happen every time, so you knew not to open your door when they knocked. I don't care if they told you who it was. You do not open that door because 9 out of 10 they got a bucket. It was always the men playing too much. So yep. But yeah, 9 out of 10 we're gonna be going. So I'm just looking forward to being with my granddaughter. That's it. I'm just looking to being with my baby.
That's right.
That's all I care about. That's it. Yeah. Peace. Oh, you back? I'm still in here sewing though.
Y'all bored? Y'all bored?
Exactly. Come on up.
Y'all come up. Let's have some fun.
Somebody can turn on some music if they want to.
What type of music I have my laptop right next to me.
Whatever, as long as it's not too X-rated. It don't matter. Like I said, I'm on all my you been with babies. I'm on all my devices, so this time I can't turn no music on.
That's the kids that they say you're not live.
Oh,
that you're not in. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the kids you don't take care of. Yeah, them kids.
Let me stop being petty.
The kids you don't take care of. You know, the ones that you didn't just send off to college.
How many times I've seen? Oh, what I seen. Yeah.
Like you didn't just send one off to college.
Him and his kids together on the back end and whatnot.
Yeah, those kids. Those are the ones he with. No, it's crazy the stuff they be saying on this app. Be making shit up, boy, I tell you. Just be making it up.
All the time.
I understand. And you would think that people would get tired of just making stuff up. Like, you just would think they get tired of lying. Like, when you gonna get tired of lying?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Like, when you just gonna get tired of lying on people? Like, it's not cool. Because it really takes a lot of energy to keep up these kind of lies. I normally go live at 7. I went live an hour early today. I don't know why. I just chose 6. Normally I do. Yeah, I normally go 7 Eastern Standard Time. I don't know why I chose to go live early today. Yeah.
I was shook. I said, wait a minute.
When you see me live.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I seen you host a live.
I know. It's been a minute. Mm-hmm. It's been a minute. And it's funny because normally the first 2 people in here is Lady Mimi. I know she's back to hanging with T and them, but usually Lady Mimi and Dang, I forgot her name.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, bless you. What's her name? Dang, I forgot her name. Play No Games. Lady Mimi and Play No Games are usually the first two in here. They're usually the first two up in here when I go live. I know Los was over there with CEO. I seen them live, but I was like, I'm still gonna go live. Regardless, I'm gonna go live. But I know CEO was live. But I'm like, nope, I'm gonna go live.
Is he still live?
Oh, I know he was when I went live. I seen Los up there. But he was the only one that was up there that from the community at the time. So I did see him. But yep. So I was like, nope, I'm still gonna go live regardless. Because I don't really go live like that. Even though I am gonna start going live more. David. Peace, David. Wow. I haven't seen David in a minute. I haven't seen David live. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen Venus live. So I didn't know David was still on here. Venus? I only know one Venus.
The one that be around my team?
Yeah, the one with the be with David. Also. David, what's the other David's name? Not David Rashad's David, the other David. Darvid. I mean, sorry, yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, Darvid. Sorry, Darvid. I called you David. It's Darvid. That's right. I forgot about that. It's Darvid. Yeah, I haven't seen Venus or Darvid. Well, no, I just seen Venus for the first time in a long time. Darvid came in. Why is this happening? Okay. Yeah. I haven't seen Darvid. I didn't think Darvid was still on here. I haven't seen Darvid since he did that platform, huh?
I need to get on his platform so I can support. It's just that every time I try, I get a little error thing. So
yeah, I haven't seen him since he did that.
I think he's trying to fix out some bugs. So I'm gonna ask him to send me the link again so I can try again.
Wait, he has another platform?
No, it's the same one. Oh. I know he was, fixing some stuff on it. That's all.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him since he did the remember he went on the program? I haven't seen him since. I forgot that program that he went on. I forgot what it was when they chose him to come and speak. I haven't seen Darvid since.
Oh. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's going on this? Yep, I haven't seen him since. Oh, I need to cut some more. Mm-hmm.
He's been on the app.
I literally don't see him. I literally don't.
He's been on here.
Yep.
He got a backup page too, so you probably not following his backup. That's probably.
Yep, I haven't seen him in a while. It's probably since like the time my husband came home. We came back to the island. That's probably like the last time I seen Darby. Like it's been that long. It's been a long time. Yep. Oh. Wow. Welcome in everybody. We just working on some stuff. C3's painting. I'm making some key fobs. Sewing some key fobs. Actually, I have to make I was going to make some bucket hats, but I changed my mind. So I have a couple bucket hats I have to make too. I know y'all seen the other bucket hat that I made. 2, 3, 4. That's straight. It's straight enough. Let me do this. I have to make a couple more bucket hats. And I'm probably gonna do those on lives also. The bucket hats like I did the other ones. I have videos on YouTube of me making it. the patchwork ones, but I have to make upgrade, make another couple patchwork. One is a bandana, bandana bucket hat, and one is a flower patchwork hat that I have to make. So I may do those live as well. So I do make bucket hats and sell those also. My oldest daughter is really big on bucket hats. Why? I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but she loves a bucket hat. And switching out. I have a new type of bucket hat that I'm working on, get ready to work on too. But I need my sublimation machine for that.
You got the one that's like, what kind of machine is that?
Sublimation.
What kind of?
It's an ink machine, but it's a different type of ink. Sublimation is permanent. So you know how you buy mugs from the store and it got designs on it? Those designs are sublimation.
Oh.
Those designs, they're like they can go on so you know how the cup can go on the dishwasher and it would never come off. The design come off. That's sublimation. That's how you know your cup is sublimation. If you can go on the dishwasher, on the top shelf of a dishwasher, and the design never comes off, it's a sublimation.
Okay. Learn something new every day, y'all.
Yep. The sublimation design. But I have some orders for this Chris Brown concert. If I was in the States, I'd really been racking up on some orders, y'all. Like when I tell you,
I want to go.
My daughters are going.
I've been to a concert before.
My daughters go all the time to concerts.
Every time I think I'm about to go, some shit pop up and I just can't go, you know?
My girls go to concerts all the time. We only going to Essence Fest because my oldest daughter is a huge Brandy fan.
Brandy's gonna be there?
Brandy and Monica, they're performing.
Mm.
That's why she's so adamant about going. She ain't adamant about going to experience Essence Fest like that. She's going because of Brandy.
When it was still under our people, I wanted to go to Essence Fest.
I've always wanted to go. My husband and I actually had plans to go. We just never went when it was still under our people. But she's really only going on the strength that Brandy and Monica is performing, but it's more so because of Brandy. It's not even because of Monica.
Oh.
It's more so because of Brandy.
They gonna do that song, The Boy.
That's why y'all want to know a story? I actually know Brandy. I used to be in a relationship with her daughter's uncle. Her daughter's uncle, because Brandy's dad, Soraya's father, is from New Jersey. And I used to be in a relationship with his older brother. So I always knew, yep, he's a pastor in Pleasantville, New Jersey. Pleasantville is a small city, or Egg Harbor Township, right outside Atlantic City. So you technically go through Egg Harbor Township to get to Atlantic City. But remember when Brandy hit that I don't remember if it's the lady. Yeah, the lady. And the
old lady had died.
Yeah, and she had to turn herself in. That's how I met her. Because she came. Richard was having his first youth conference. So that was the weekend she had to bring Soraya to her dad. And her dad couldn't go pick her up because her dad was the MD for the church, and that was already planned. He was the music director for the church, so he had to be at the service. So she came into town and brought Soraya. And so he had a dinner. Richard had to, Soraya's uncle had the dinner for Brandy, a private dinner after church in his office upstairs. And that's how I met her. Myself and my best friend, I had a best friend who was a male at the time. We met her. And then she would come back. From that point on, she would come to a lot of the youth services. Whenever he would have youth services, she would come and bring Soraya. And actually, I'm technically I was engaged to him, but that's neither here or there. But this was before my husband. But yep, I was there when she brought Soraya home for dad.
So I'm working on trying to get an art exhibition of indigenous people.
Oh, really?
Right? So, and it's going to be, so I noticed like all photos, paintings of our people is by Europeans. There's none really by us.
Right.
So I'm trying to make history for being one of the first of our kind that's going to have accurate portraits of our people. So there's two museums that's looking at, they end up seeing the picture, the painting I did of Chief Sekou, and they're interested in it. So I'm trying to get together more stuff to where I can get my own little exhibition in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we can make these things go viral, because I'm gonna do a video where it's gonna show the final look of all of them.
Oh, okay.
And if we can get them to go viral, that's gonna be dope. Because then what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna feel. I still got it, y'all. I'm still waiting.
It is. Oh, gee, it is definitely fire. Like it definitely
I
is.
still got it.
It definitely is.
So this one right here is Ruby Tiger Tail. Oh. And then I'm thinking about doing an accurate one of Pocahontas.
Oh, that would be dope.
And because I want to do one from different tribes, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And do accurate port based off of the descriptions and stuff like that. So, if we can make it go viral, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. I love that.
But I know we can. I know we can.
I definitely love that ideal. I definitely love that ideal. Wow. But yeah, that painting is definitely fire. My mom, my mom don't paint a lick. All her siblings do. Most of her siblings do. But my aunt, my grandfather, my aunts, well, aunts and uncles, all but my mom and one other sibling are artists. My grandfather actually was the biggest artist on the East Coast. You actually can Google him. Edward Loper. He taught art on the East Coast. Period. He had an art school in Wilmington, and he taught art all up and down the East Coast. He even built painted several murals in Wilmington alone. Actually, that one mural is still there to this day. He painted that mural when I was probably like 2. That mural is still sitting there to this day. It gets touched up by one of my cousins. My cousin, who is also an artist, one of the children from one of my aunts. He goes and touches up that mural because he's a well known. His name is don't ask me his name, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know his name. I don't know half of my cousins. I really don't, because you know why? We don't have a relationship. I just know, his mom. His mom is my cousin, and I know his mom is my aunt. His mom, she's my mom's sister, one of her baby sisters. So that's it. I know his name, but I don't know his name. Be coming around, and I be forgetting their name. Right. My little brother be knowing their name. I know it, but I don't know it. It's one of those things like I can't think of it right now. His sister name, I remember her name, but she got married, so I know her married name. I don't remember her maiden name because they don't have their mom's maiden name. That's why. That's one of the reasons why. My aunt went back to her maiden name, and they got their dad's name, so that's why I can't really think of his name right now. But he's always featured in different things too. He was trying to get together and do some stuff, but he wasn't trying to do it on the indigenous side of things. He just was trying to get a little program together, organization together to showcase us. He was able to do that before, but it's hard. They don't really want to see us out there like that. They don't really want to see us out there like that. They don't. Like, it's hard. It's hard getting ourselves out there. They don't care nothing about it. But he does work in the community and stuff. I don't think he travels like my grandfather did, but he he's a big time artist. He's on Facebook. I just don't remember his name right now. I cannot think of that young man's name. It's sad. Like I said, I can think of his sister's first name, but like I said, their last name I don't even know if it's their dad. It's funny because I used to watch them when they was little too. That's the funny thing, y'all. I used to babysit them. I used to babysit them when they was little. They lived around the corner from us. And I used to watch them for my aunt. It's so funny. Him and his sister. But my aunt would want to go out. I used to watch him. That's crazy.
Like that.
I just don't remember his name right now. I only remember her name for some reason. His sister's name, but yeah, they are my mom's niece and nephew though. But she don't got a relationship with them, so I don't know people. She only got a relationship with her sister. So that's why I don't remember. But yep, it runs on my mom's dad's side.
Yeah, it's been a very long time since I did a portrait of color. Overall, it's ain't nobody tell me. Trying to keep the TV, yeah.
I'm about to end Facebook and YouTube anyway. I'm gonna end that and stay on TikTok. I'm gonna end them and stay on TikTok because they're on a separate stream anyway. All right, everyone on Facebook and YouTube, Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. I certainly appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop any comments that you have in the comment section. If you want to see something, if you want me to show you something, demonstrate something in a video, please drop that in the comments like y'all so eloquently do. And I will see y'all in the next live.
Peace, y'all.
Peace, y'all. Hold on, my outro about to play.